Alright, January 30th, 2025. I am now back in front of the correct tree to look at the native bamboo that was so busy flowering last year. See what it's doing now. See what the same stalks are doing, I should say. Here you can see these are ones that came up directly from the ground with flowers. And here's the biggest bamboo stalks of the native bamboo that I've seen yet. Last year, you can look at the videos at the front of the playlist. They were bright green. They're clearly turning colors, very interesting colors. This one's newer. These woody ones are the ones that flowered, especially this one right here. Let's zoom up. You can see remains of seeds. And these are the two purple stalks that I first saw before anything else. Oop. Look, this other one here did flower as well. They're still attached, so I'm just gonna break that off and stick the whole thing in my pocket and stick those in a plant pot, see if they'll grow. This whole thing here was flowering. The leaves are still green. Cool development. But yeah, last year when I was looking for flowers, the very first thing I saw were these. They were about, this one over here was shorter, but they were both deep burgundy, purple. Here's another one that came up from the ground to flower. I'm not sure if this was here when I got the first videos. You can see its fantastic little stripes. Here's these ones over here. They're still green, so maybe they'll flower this year. I'm not sure if they did last year. Try and separate them a bit. You can see they still have leaves. I'm back here to see if any of them are flowering. There's more trash than there was last time, so I have to clean the trash up again. Here's this big pole right here, you can see. Definitely completely dried. Oh, and it's gonna come out. Yep, okay, so now we'll have that I can measure the width and the height. Let me lean it against the tree here. I had to bring my clippers because a bunch of muscadines, grapevines, had fallen into the way from all the storms we have since last March. Alrighty, let's go this way a bit. Here's another dried pole. Under, I think it was right here, one of these little palms, yeah, I think it was this one, had just flowers coming up directly from the ground, attached to nothing. Oh, here they are. Oh, and here's a new shoot. So, yeah, bamboo shoots can come up, including in January. Wow. Okay. Now let's see. You can see lots of dried stalks right there. The deck is over that way. Over there, there's a whole bunch of big ones. Saw a yellow jacket. I keep seeing them flying around right now. Here's lots of big stalks. Also dry. This one's bent in a weird shape. Not ready to come out quite yet. See all these plants, they're just in the way. Not sure what this, ooh, is it? I didn't know they could get this big. Okay. I forget the name. Didn't know they could get that big, but okay. That's cool. There was one visible from the deck. Okay, so the deck's over there, so it's further that way. Oh, look at that kitty cat who's not paying attention to me. Hi, you're gonna come here for the camera? Are you Benny? Which one are you? Oh, sorry. I was tilting it too far. Hi. Hello. You want to be pet? I can tell you do. Look how pretty you are. What you doing? You shouldn't be out here eating birds. Look at that pretty fur. Oh, your fur's so warm. Hello. He belongs to an old lady who lets her cats out every single day and then comes yelling for them as though they're dogs. Good kitty cat. Please go inside and don't eat birds. Oh, hey, he's got his ear tipped. So that's at least good. Yeah, isn't that a good kitty cat? Oh, it's just me. All right. There was one that was flowering that was visible from the deck. So I'm gonna go this way. Clearly the cat went this way, so there's no snakes here right now. Let's see if I can break this. Yes, I can. Very dead wood. None of the, whatchamacallums, Jack in the pulpits are above ground at the moment. I think this is an invasive. Can the camera focus? Said no. Or maybe this is one of the ivy related things. I'm not sure. Right. That's a dog bowl, I think. I did not bring my trash bag. So the deck is there. Looking for a super duper tall one. It's completely brown. I'll just pause the video until I find it. Alright, I did not find the one that is visible from the deck. These are the ones I just pulled out that were ready to come out of the ground. Presumably these are 2x4s. Well, no. My hand is 6 inches. My hand's 6 inches long from wrist to fingertips, so these are not 2x4s. They're longer than that. Here's how big these are. Let's see if the one visible from over here. Yeah. Okay, so it's just in those palms. That one. That one flowered last year. So it's just in the middle of those palms next to the big tree. Okay. Here's how far this one goes. Definitely bigger than my thumbnail. Get some pictures, and then we'll get pictures of these. I did take pictures of this one last year after measuring it. It was 142 inches tall, which is like 11.8 feet. You can see the stripies. And that's just back where we were, where all the trash is. There's more trash here that I gotta pick up. Somebody just keeps bringing glass bottles into the woods and leaving them everywhere. It's like, just put them in a dump. There's a dumpster literally right over there. Anybody walking by can put shit in it. Alrighty. Oh, you can see it's going to try and come up under the deck again. Go that way. Get out or you're just gonna get cut. Oh, I guess there's a piece of wood there, so it's just gonna be stuck there. All right. Fail. This one's at least coming out on this side of the thing. This is big soft leaves, whose leaves have been painted. There's a little aphid. And little thingies. But yeah, here's my shoes for scale. Native bamboo. It's how big you can get when it is old as heck. Also, I've seen some people say that it does need shade in order to get tall and like thick around the base like this, as opposed to this one, but nobody really knows because it's never actually been studied. And you know, all of the genocides that were committed against the people who did know how to grow it. So now everybody has to relearn it. Alrighty, so nothing doing new flowers for the new year yet, as of January 30th in Savannah, in Georgia. But especially if you are in Louisiana in particular, you can definitely find flowers right now. Possibly because of the increased humidity. Not sure. Something over there in Louisiana makes it so it wants to flower early. So, Louisiana, some areas of Alabama, go look for it. The parts that are flowering will be like, alright, well this is not a good example because that got painted. This shade of purple right here, and sometimes even darker than that, it'll have little stalks and shoots coming up that are that shade of purple. See if there's an example somewhere on one of these. Alright, well, you just use your imagination. It'll have little spikes coming off of here, and they'll be that color to start with. And then they'll get longer, and then they'll split into the flowers. It can come from anywhere on this, as far as I've seen, anywhere there's a node, and it can also just come directly from the ground. So, yeah, especially if you're in Louisiana, go look for some flowers, and please post them to YouTube. I don't know if you can @ me or whatever, so I can see it. You can also just comment on this and say, hey, I found some. And also, even if you didn't find any flowers, you can just send me the links to your video of the bamboo in general. Even if you don't know if it's native. What's that? Cool fly. Oop. Wait, don't run away. Oh. Can I get a picture of you from the side? I promise I'm not gonna eat you. Alright, cool. We got the fly. Might be you never know, with the bamboo, you might find a super rare species that relies upon it. Anyways, even if you don't know if it's native bamboo, if you find bamboo, you can just link me your video, and I'll attempt to help you identify it. I'm not very good at telling apart the specific Asian varieties, but I can help and or link you resources. Oh, there's another cat over there. Alrighty, bye-bye. Just kidding, not done yet. I realized the really, really easy way to measure this is just to compare it to this one here, because we know this one is 11 point something. Oh, cool. So this one's at least 11 something. Cool. Now we know. Oh, so long. Alrighty. Now bye.